All right, Grenada, Carry, competing morning and the world. I'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you live from Grenada. It is known as the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. I do hope that you had yourself a good weekend, that you're all rested, and that you're ready to go. You're ready for whatever challenges that may confront you for this brand new week, this brand new month. We've just entered into month number 3. And coincidentally, it is the best month of the year. And of course, that is backed by the fact that it is a month that yours truly was born. So it starts now, the celebration, until the 21st of March, the actual day. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you stand to benefit just the same. Probably I'll do some extra giveaways for the month of March. Today is also the start of my vacation period from my other job. It's the first of, I think I'm getting in the past 4 years or something to that effect. And so there's a lot that you can expect during that downtime that we will be able to feature on the program now that I will have a bit of extra time. Again, that you will benefit from. Soon you'll know what it is. Okay, so let's take a look at what's making the headline for tonight. And first we have here that another house destroyed by fire, as the fire department continue to express their concerns with regard to the amount that we have seen so far for the year. Grenadian man who was rescued at sea near the Dominican Republic caught with drugs here in Grenada. Very interesting story. It's almost like a movie. We'll tell you about it in a while. And the next thing that we have to tell you, boy, mass COVID-19 vaccination program is in St. Andrew. And of course, Micah Williams, he has died, after 2 weeks of being in a coma. It's unbelievable. Death of a man in St. Mark, we'll talk about that. And the stabbing victim isn't dead. All right? I know that you've seen all over social media that there was a victim of a stabbing incident in Gove that died. Well, that is not true. And Dr. Oles, he's a virologist. He will be on our program tomorrow, God's willing, at 6 p.m. to speak to you about vaccination here in Grenada. Everything that we need to know regarding vaccines. And the Public Workers Union members, they are about to elect a new executive. And we'll get into that conversation and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. Folks, we want to say thank you to the sponsors of our headline. We are talking about the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Coast Grenada Limited, Real Value IGA Supermarket. And of course, we also brought to you by Our headlines is brought to you by Laundry Detergent. All right. That is Licks Laundry Detergent, Coats Grenada Limited, Digital, and Nawasa, and the Ministry of Health. When we come back, we're going to be giving you real news in all your Lily Lolo. So all your brace all yourself, no man. The thing go nice. Stay right there. We will be back. By the way, for those of you who have not yet done so, we'd please like to encourage you to share the business.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
If your whites aren't looking whiter and brighter,
just give them licks.
If your clothes isn't feeling soft and smelling fresh and scented all day,
Give them licks.
if your dishwashing liquid doesn't smell like lemon, protects your hands with vitamin E, and gets rid of that stubborn grease,
Just give them licks.
just now. So that old smell, stain, grease mark, and dust still on your floor?
Power. Licks for them.
If your toilet still has those stains and dirt marks?
Licks.
So the color's fading and the stains still in your clothes, huh?
Licks.
Your product's giving you licks?
Then choose Licks from Walker Enterprises. Also available at all leading supermarkets.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Feel good facts.
Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
All right, and folks, we want to officially again welcome you back to tonight's program. And the first thing that we have for you tonight is a notice from Grenadian. As usual, we try to at least make persons who are going to be affected aware of these interruptions that they'll experience from time to time. Of course, these planned outages from Grenadian are part of an ongoing maintenance program. This program allows Grenadian to maintain reliability, they say, power quality, and safety by continuously doing repairs and upgrading of their lines, poles, and infrastructure. And so tomorrow, persons of the lines in St. George's will be affected from 12 noon to 4:30 p.m. A total of 91 customers will be affected. On that same day, tomorrow, Grandans St. George will be affected 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. 48 customers will be affected. And on the 3rd, that's Wednesday coming, Mama Cans will be affected 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and a total of 50 customers in that particular area will be affected, all right? And they say that they'd like to apologize for any inconvenience that will be caused as a result of this planned outages. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, another house fire again today. This time in Paradise, in Cocoa Paradise in Andrew. And they say that this fire is being investigated. According to reports, a wooden structure was fully engulfed in flames, and the owner was not at home at the time of the fire. You know, it was just about last week, I believe, that we spoke to officials from the fire department who were expressing concerns that for the year they have seen just too many fires, and many of which have destroyed people's dwelling homes. And so a call is being made to persons to properly secure their homes when leaving, or at least when you are plugging in things, you know, the best practice is not to overload your sockets and so on. I think we should call the police in on this particular program for a few minutes so that we can discuss fire prevention, because it's just overwhelming right now. Just way too many fires, you know. Speaking of fires, there was a series of accidents again this weekend, boy. And we're talking about serious accidents, you know, vehicles overturning into rivers and so on. The good news is that we've not had any fatalities in the last few days of accidents that we have seen. And that will be good for some families whose loved ones were victims of accidents, those who got away with minor cuts and bruises. We just cannot say the same for everyone, as today, one of the individuals who were in a serious accident just about 2 weeks ago, February 14th, passed away. We're talking about Mr. Micah Williams, who is a very well-known musician. Now, following his accident on the 14th of February, he was in a coma in critical condition at the General Hospital. Though members of his family, his church, and the general Grenadian population were wishing for a speedy recovery, the news broke this morning that he passed away just around 6 a.m. at the General Hospital while receiving treatment there. Of course, once the news started circulating about his death, social media broke. I think it's because he's impacted so many people's lives, being involved in so many different bands and training persons to play music, and you know, his usual flair and swag is known to many, of course, you know, and he was liked, in fact loved by so many people. And so his news of his death really struck a lot of people hard. You know, you would have seen the reaction on social media today. You know, I remember doing the videography for the St. George's Baptist Church on February 14th, where Micah was a guitarist there. He seemed very passionate and plays music not with his fingers but with his entire body. And I know that this guy will be missed. This guy, I mean, we see that for everybody who dies, but this guy will be missed. And it's my understanding that he also is a father. And of course, he lives behind his partner and children to mourn. You know, this is really tough. Children or child, I'm not sure if it's more than one. You know, that is really, really, really tough. Really, really, really tough. You know, when I started repeat things, what does go on? So let me just leave that piece alone. So anyway, farewell, bro. Until we meet again. You know, what is life? You know, what is life? Why am I worthy? Why are you worthy of life? And we say that so many young people who's been showing so much promise, they just go without any prior warning. You know, that day when he was in the church, I guess as much, he didn't know that was going to be his last day. Conscious, you know, well-dressed and, you know, moving about his regular routine. And these are the realities that should encourage us to live a good life with our friends, with our people who are close to us, you know? No star. Anyway, We get down to more business now. All right. The Ministry of Health announces that commencing Tuesday, March 2nd through to Friday, March 5th, 2021, it will undertake a mass COVID-19 vaccination program for all frontline and essential service providers in Grenville, St. Andrew who are not yet vaccinated. The St. Andrew leg of the COVID-19 vaccination program will be conducted at the Deluxe Cinema, Gladstone Road, Grenville, between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Frontline personnel include healthcare providers, law enforcement officers, police officers, customs and immigration officers, health wardens and contact tracers, port or dock workers, airport workers, hotel and guest house employees, and certified taxi operators. Interested persons must present a valid company photo ID or an official ID inclusive of NIS driver's license or passport. In addition to the the aforementioned categories of workers, provisions have been made for the vaccination of seafarers, people aged 65 and over, as well as those 18 years and over with an underlying medical condition who are interested in the vaccine. Again, let me repeat that. So it also includes people aged 65 and over, as well as those 18 and over with an underlying, so it's conditional, right? With an underlying medical condition who are interested in the vaccine. Meanwhile, in light of the several requests from essential services providers and members of the public who were unable to get their COVID-19 vaccine last week at the Radisson Beach Resort, the ministry has decided to extend the COVID-19 vaccination program for 2 days, only on Monday and Tuesday at the Radisson Beach Resort Convention Center. At Grenadian's vaccination will be done from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on both days. Now, the Ministry of Health advises that all COVID-19 health and safety protocols must be observed for the duration of the process. The national vaccination process will be conducted on a first-come, first-served basis. Well, save and except for persons who are of essential services and, of course, people in the media and so on. Mikey, you get your vaccine. It's not your business. Anyway, we go in. All you. A man, David Forsyth, also known as Shaba. His body was found face down in the land of Mr. Anthony John at Waltham in St. Mark on the weekend. You know, the call was made to the police boy, you know, hey, there's a man dead, lying face down in the land, you know. When they check it out, check his pulse, his vitals and so on, you know, it was determined that he was deceased. You know, in terms of the preliminary investigation, police say that they do not suspect foul play. However, an autopsy will be conducted to confirm his cause of death. So while they do not suspect foul play, it is not yet ruled out until the official autopsy results are out. All right, and that's just standard. Okay. As it relates to another death that was being talked about throughout the weekend, it was said in several quarters, including I think I saw one media house or two, printed information that there was a stabbing incident that happened at Gun Battle in Guelph that resulted in the death of another individual. But according to our own independent investigations, that information is inaccurate. There was a stabbing incident. However, the victim is hospitalized currently and has not died. And so we just wanted to clarify for those of you who are asking, why were we not posting that the individual died? That is because based on our own independent investigation, it turned out that that information that the stabbing victim died was inaccurate. And again, the victim is hospitalized, receiving treatment for the stab wounds received as a result of an incident that happened there in Guelph, St. John. All right, so we are moving on. And usually we tell you that, you know, if you don't see it on our page, there's no need for you to send us 150 messages. If you don't see it on our page, chances are maybe that it didn't happen, or if it just happened, that we are at least trying to get to the facts before publishing. We used to try to be the first to publish, but when you do that, you run the risk of being inaccurate. And so we try to balance all the important elements of good reporting. That also includes timeliness, but also also accuracy. Yes? Good. Now, for the persons who are asking about the vaccine and people who say that they want to know more information to be informed or to make an informed decision as to whether they are going to be taking vaccine or not, we are going to be having a virologist. He's the president. Listen, he's no ordinary man. He is the president of the St. George's University, and he will be live on our program tomorrow, God's willing, right here on Mikey Live at 6 p.m. And that will be to answer to the many questions that people have as it relates to vaccination. Who should be concerned, who shouldn't be concerned, what's going to happen if you take this vaccine and there's another one that comes out. All the questions that you want to know, well, most of it, we will be asking the doctor. So you can look forward to that tomorrow, God's willing, 6 p.m. Olio, a bizarre story to tell. Now, you remember we broadcasted a couple months ago that there was a gentleman, well, there were two Grenadians who got into trouble with their vessel and were rescued in the Dominican Republic. And then they were taken in by Coast Guard and they were locked up there and they were asking to be freed because they are no criminals and blah, 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 blah. They have since repatriated. Now they're back in Grenada. One of the two was caught. High-speed chase with the police on a drug-related matter. Now, during the early hours of Monday, 1st March 2021, today, officers attached to the drug squad, Carriacou Special Operations Team, and the Grenada Coast Guard conducted an operation to the north of the island. During the operation, a black and blue fishing boat was pursued and intercepted. 9 nylon bags and 1 bale containing plant-like material resembling cannabis that were ditched from the vessel were retrieved. The confiscated material weighed 292 pounds and carries an estimated street value of $662,256. $662,000. Telling how they go, leave me walk. When they hear it, we all change the whole laws and thing. Kevin Phillip is a 28-year-old fisherman and Shamar Langdon is a 24-year-old bartender, both residents of Paradise in St. Andrew. They are anticipated to appear in court on Tuesday, 2nd March 2021 in connection with the seizure. Okay? Now, this is one of the individuals and the other, all right? And this information was provided to us by the police. Now, as it relates to Philip, who is presently on bail for a number of drug trafficking offenses, inclusive of a discovery of 746 pounds of marijuana, recently returned to Grenada after he and another Grenadian went missing after a high-speed chase during the lockdown in May of 2020. They are rescued by the Coast Guard. They were rescued by the U.S. Coast Guard after 3 weeks and taken to the Dominican Republic, where they were held for months before their repatriation to Grenada. What part now when they come out, they can write a book? You know what I'm saying? Yeah? And I wonder how is it that police don't assist us with certain information, because I remember speaking to them when they were, and sneaking in little calls, we were kind of communicating in secret when they were in the Dominican Republic. They were feeding me information and so on, what was going on and stuff. Because I really wanted them, I was concerned, But here we are hearing from police. Listen to them. Listen to this. They went missing after a high-speed chase during the lockdown in May of 2021. They were rescued by the U.S. Coast Guard after 3 weeks. So what I'm picking up out here is that, okay, so there was a high-speed chase, again, relating to some kind of drug thing, I don't know. And then they disappeared. And then the next thing you hear is, they were rescued at sea, XYZ place, and taken into, why we didn't know that? At least somebody could have made a little phone call and say, okay, that's this whole situation and thing. You know, so that you know, we all know what's going on and thing. You understand? Because it's important. Let's work together on a dog. It's important to know those things because it would help drive our own investigation and our own line of, you know, communication with people when they are in those kind of positions, and we know how to, you know what I mean? Sometimes the police just have information and just withhold it from us. Unlike we don't give. As the media, you know, if something, and we realize, well, yo, we'll be happy to say, listen, here, you know, if you're on the whole four leg in it. You understand? Because we're all in this together. So let's work together. I remember the same Akim. Listen, I don't forgive it all for that. I don't forgive them for that. Listen, we were doing a doctor program. Y'all will remember? A doctor program. We reported on somebody who infiltrated the police system in Grenada. Name and thing like that, thing. Right? Okay, cool. The individual showed up in our studio months later as an assistant to a doctor. Right? So the individual is on the program, thing. Not one of them will call and say, hey, that's a youth, you know. So, you know, careful or whatever the case is. You know, just give you like a heads up. You understand? Not one. You understand? But anyway, right, monkey say cool breeze. Next thing you hear, when I hear Akim, I say, who Akim? When I hear Akim get in trouble for this, and I say, who Akim? You understand? When I check out Akim, I say, well, you know, Akim, that's the same man who was the assistant to the doctor. Yeah, I be there. Why them gonna call and say, oh, Mikey, I see a man by your place that is an assistant to a doctor there, you know. He was the same individual, you know, so you might wanna, you know. But anyway, all right, monkey say cool breeze, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm working with all work. All right. Anyway, so partner man, going back to the story now. So they had this whole thing this morning and thing like that. And so that's the situation that has happened. And so they are expected to make their first court appearance tomorrow, God's willing. Listen, Grenadian, Jen, I don't wake up good yet this morning. Mikey, drug boss. You know? Somebody say, Mikey, what you think, just watch, just do your investigation and go see. I tell you all the Grenadians, Jen. Anyway, let's leave that talk. Grenadians know everything. See it? Everything. Everything you think Grenadians don't know, they know it. You understand? Because them police didn't come back from the operation yet. You understand? Because when I get the information, it was early this morning. You know, calling for information, nobody don't have it because, yeah, I have it. Well, Grenadians have everything in a down to the T. Anyway, earlier. So, the Public Workers Union, they are having the election coming up soon. I know every time there's election, it's melee. You understand? So the union is saying there's no rift within the organization. And everybody has a right to submit themselves for position when it becomes available through elections. You know what I mean? However, a newspaper article was kind of slanting it differently, saying that, you know, there's a division and how can I be this in the business? But anyway, we had Daisy Hazard speaking of the business. She says, everybody, you understand? She says, everybody have a right to vie for a position in the new executive.
And I just want to thank the membership. I want to thank the workers of this union for the opportunity, the tremendous opportunity that they have given me to serve for the last 2 years. Come Tuesday, March 16th, I think it's 2 weeks from now, our membership is going to go out there and we are going to select a brand new executive, the executive that would lead us forward into the future. And according to our constitution, every single member of our union, once our election period comes around, every single member of our union has the opportunity and indeed the right to vie for executive position, be it president, be it treasurer, be it secretary, and indeed be it PRO. And I'm looking forward to see on nomination day, which is next Tuesday, how many of our members would come forward, come to the fore to take up the challenge of leadership in this union.
All right, and she's saying that, okay, so for documents, well, for a newspaper article that was printed and so on, what kind of shared? I won't say print because I don't really print now, right? Anyway, so there's a newspaper article that was speaking or alluding to the fact that there might be a little, you know, tension among the heads in the organization and so on. This is what she had to say
Let's
about
be clear. What confronts this union? What this union needs now, it's not a piece of article in a newspaper put out there by purported aides of the president of this union. Our union and our members know, our union, the Public Workers Union, has no aides to the president, be it voluntary or be it paid. So when you see an article of the nature that is in the Grenada today, purporting that aides of the president have spoken to the paper and indicated that persons are putting up slates and persons are running against the president, that is nonsense. Workers of this country, or public workers, know that that is nonsense. And indeed, that is not what our workers are calling for at this time. Our workers are calling for a strong union. Our workers are calling for a union that can satisfy the needs of workers, that can represent workers. In canvassing and in speaking to workers, what they are crying out for is representation. They are asking, where is the union? They are asking, where are my rights? They are asking, where are my fringe benefits? I've not seen that. In the last couple of years, I've seen my strong union go from strength to a position that we are not very satisfied with. And so at this time, I mean, just on Tuesday, we sat here in this union hall as executive, and we had our final meeting of the executive. And we were exhorted that we should run a clean campaign, that we should run clean campaigns, we should support each other, we should be respectful of each other. And indeed, we have all been respectful of each other. And we pledged to be respectful of any member of this union who came forward to vie for an executive position, as is their right. And so when you read a piece of verbiage in the newspaper, on the very day that we are sitting with a president who's saying, can we do this? And then you read something which suggests that the words do not align with the actions. And I want to recall the motto of my alma mater: facta non verba, deeds, not words. And indeed, what our workers are looking for is not words in a newspaper aimed at division. It's not words in a newspaper aimed at causing people to doubt the choices that they would like to make, the choices for a brand new kind of a leadership that would rebrand, that would re-energize, that would re-envision this union. This union has been built on a tradition of strength. This union has been built on a tradition where presidents and executives bring benefit to members. And we have seen a dwindling of that in recent years. And indeed, we cannot just sit idly by and look at benefits. Look at the rights of our workers being trampled upon by an employer. Look at our workers being disenfranchised, our contract workers. So many of our officers are contract workers. And this is what they are crying out for: representation. They are not crying out to see, as the brother said, Mawet. They are not crying out to see somebody who seems to feel that somehow there is a right to a particular position in this union. They are crying out for representation. And so I want to say to our workers, to our public service members, come out on March 16 and let us together choose an executive, choose a leadership that can take this union forward with a vision and a sound plan and a strategy for the workers of this country.
All right, thank you very much, Daisy Hazard. She's the current PRO of the Public Workers Union. Yeah, boy, Daisy fire in there, boy, Daisy, somebody pinch you, girl. Yeah, Daisy, ready for them. You know, and I like to see that when women are out there and they are ready to be firm when there's need to be firm, and they're soft when there's need to be soft. And, you know, and guys, have you realized what's happening in Grenada? We have women in so many influential positions now. And it speaks, I think I like that. You know, we get rid of all this, the need for men to lead everything. Yeah, we all have potential, and we recognize people for that. And so I'm happy that women are out there and they're shining as much as men. The only thing that I like to see, though, is more. There is a lot of youth involvement and youth empowerment in the private and the public sector, but still I like to see more as it relates to boards and stuff like that, you know, board of directors. And so I find, like, you know, it's like a family tree in Grenada as it relates to board of directors. Yeah, so the private sector is like this. Even statutory bodies is like this, so many arms like a spider, but they all lead to one place, all lead to one set of people, you know. And that is one of the things I'd like to see change, because I think there'll be, these organizations will be better served with a little more diversity. You know, I scoff at the idea that there's only one set of minds that can make decisions on this beautiful rock. I mean, it's a display of, for lack of wisdom, a display of just not understanding what's happening out there, you know, because there's a new dispensation, whether you like to admit it or not, whether there's anything to benefit, for you to benefit out of it or not. But the reality is the reality. It is what it is. There are young minds out there that are amazing, yes, and once given the opportunity, they will make a very, very, very good or meaningful contribution towards nation building or whatever group or organization that they may be attached to. Folks, what we want to do right now is take a quick break and come back. When we come back, we've got the national report, we've got the weather. We got to remind you of a few things. One, that our website remains available for you to access all our information. Is MikeyLive.com. Many of the stories and articles that you find spoken about on the program, you can find it on our website after the program. 2, persons who want immediate updates on things that are happening here in Grenada, you can do so. Get your information directly via WhatsApp or Telegram. You can just check our page. We often post invites, special invites to our WhatsApp group, and there's no conversation in the groups, so you don't have to worry about that. So what we do, you are automatically added to the group, and once we have breaking news, you'll be the first to get it. Even before we publish on our Facebook page, we send it out to persons on WhatsApp. Or if we come live, then you get a notification there as well. You just click it, and then you get your immediately watching live, right? So these are some of the housekeeping matters. And of course, don't forget the interview tomorrow, God's willing, at 6 p.m. right here on this page, where we're going to be talking to Dr. Oles about vaccines and everything that you need to know with regard to their use. We're taking a break, and we will be back shortly.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the communal. Contact us today.
The various COVID-19 vaccines work differently, but all do the same thing. They stop COVID-19 from making you sick. When someone usually gets sick from a virus, that virus has been able to get into the body's cells and force them to make more of the virus. And until a body has had enough time to make antibodies to fight the virus, that person will stay sick. But when you get a COVID-19 vaccine, it tells your cells to pretend to look like COVID-19 cells. And because your body's defenses think those are COVID-19 cells, even though they aren't, your defenses start preparing antibodies to fight the virus, even though you don't have the virus, and your body won't attack your cells that look like COVID-19. Now with your body prepared, if the real COVID-19 virus comes along, your body is ready to stop it right away, so you won't get sick. All because the vaccine prepared your body. So, get your vaccine when it becomes available, so your body is protected.
We are all essential in the fight against COVID-19.
At Courts, we're doing our part, and we encourage you to stay at home, stay safe, and shop online at www.shopcourts.com.
For added convenience, our Courts online customers will receive free delivery and get up to 20% off televisions, appliances, and homewares. Plus, if you shop with Ready Finance, you will pay nothing down for 60 days. Now, you can stay home, shop online, and save.
Remember, do the essential. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, stop the spread.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Lavish the world's best vodka cocktail.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Feel good facts.
Avoid the most common causes of spreading the flu. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue, dispose of it straight away, and either wash your hands or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NOWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
million fisheries resilience project on the way for Subies. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Monday, March 1st, 2021, I am Rikisha St. Louis. The fishing village of Subies, St. Andrew, is to benefit from a $1 million fisheries resilience project, which will help to mitigate against coastal erosion and biodiversity loss. The German government-funded project was one of the areas of discussion during a recent consultation with fisherfolk. It could begin in a matter of months. Minister for Fisheries Honorable Yolan Bain Hosford is pleased with the outcome of the consultation.
It was ready to bring the fishermen together to hear their views on the project. We explaining the project to them, and also I took the opportunity to speak about some of the projects that the ministry is having also, so they can be part of it. Subies is a very exciting area. The fishing industry has expanded very well in Subies. You can come down here and get any amount of fish you want. As you heard, the fishing officer said that Subies contribute to the gross domestic product in a very significant way. And so we must make sure that we pull this project together. We must make sure that we get them organized so they can support the fishing industry in a more organized way.
The scope of work for the project will consist of construction of a jetty, locker rooms, and a sea defense wall. Another aspect will be the replanting of mangroves. Climate adaptation specialist with Nature Conservancy Eastern Caribbean Program, Neela Frederick, spoke of the three components of the Resilient Islands project, which she describes as beneficial.
In Grenada, Resilient Islands really looks at working with persons, working with communities, working with government agencies to really use nature to help them enhance their resilience to the impact of climate change. So we are working from TNC side. We are also working with IFRC, which is the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. But in Grenada, we're actually touching down with the local Red Cross Society. So together, TNC bringing their science and Red Cross with the disaster reduction management strategies. We are really working with communities, as I mentioned previously, to enhance their resilience to the impacts of climate change. First, we have the fisher facility. Then we have environmental education. So that is an environmental educational outreach that Red Cross does quite a bit of within the schools, but they also do quite a lot in terms of training fishers, working with fishers to enhance their resilience, but also to prepare themselves in terms of safety at sea. And then, of course, there's a water quality remediation aspect to this project. So what it is that what is happening to the sea did not just happen in the sea, in the coast. It happens from the hills. So we're looking at a ridge to reef approach, looking at working with farmers in the hills, so that they can really have sustainable farming practices. So once we address what is happening in the hills, we address what is happening on the way down, and we're looking at what is happening along the coastline. Together with the communities, we can really enhance their resilience and have a more resilient community.
So far, the contract has been awarded, drawings completed, and the environmental impact assessment has been done. Work is progressing according to plan on the Brothers Bypass Road in St. John. The project, which is funded by the Caribbean Development Bank, will enhance the road network from Waterloo to Rosemount. During a recent visit to the project, GIS spoke with contractor Anthony Mapp, who said they are constructing 38 feet of box drains, 480 feet of slipper drains, as well as retaining walls.
I am responsible for doing section 5, 6, and 7. Right, which entails box drain, which is box drain type 2, type 1 drain, slipper drain, and retaining walls. All right. For some reason, the retaining walls have been shifted because they want to upgrade on the structure or the form. They want to develop it a little more stronger rather than using the 6 inches blocks. They may now put it into dry walls. All right, one want to be done here. All right, and one want to do opposite the spring. All right, so now they have me expanding the road. Here I'm now getting 17 feet of road here.
Ramon Fernandez, Cuban-born engineer attached to the Faray Construction Services, also outlined some of what the project entails.
That project include slipper drain, box drain, and 2 retaining wall. We finished 2 retaining wall already, and we are finishing the last slipper drain.
Once completed, traffic will be diverted through the area to facilitate commencement of work on the bridge. Continuing the news, government continues to invest millions into programs and projects in a number of key sectors that enables the creation of jobs while promoting economic growth and development. During an interview with the media on Friday, Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell spoke of key projects that have either commenced or are nearing completion. These include the Presentation Brothers College and Mount Rose SDA. Work on both institutions is scheduled to be completed by year end.
Bishop's College Carriacou is to be completed from the work taking place there. It's going well. It should be completed in 2022 early. PBC and Mount Rose SDA is to be completed in December 2021, and other schools to benefit is St. David's Catholic Secondary School, St. Andrew's Anglican Primary, and the Grenada Christian Academy.
A 3-month study on the breakwater project in St. Patrick has commenced. The study will give the government a clearer picture of the main factors contributing to the deterioration of the beach on the other side of the jetty. Dr. Mitchell says government will provide housing assistance to the families who are able to relocate, and support will be given to those who are unable to relocate at this time.
The Smith Warner International Group was contracted to conduct a study of the area, which commenced a week ago. The duration of the study is for 3 months. Meanwhile, 3 of the 5 persons who opted to relocate have now submitted a request for housing assistance. The government has agreed to provide that housing support for relocation. Construction should start within the next 2 weeks. 2 other families who cannot relocate as yet because they do not have the lands or property, so we're trying to aid support in that particular way also.
Making reference to the Mount Kuma Road project, Dr. Mitchell is optimistic that by 2022, work will commence so that it can be used as an alternative route to make access to St. George's easier.
Design on that work on that road has commenced, will commence in the next 2 weeks, and implementation will begin in the 3rd quarter of this year. So certainly we hope before the 2022, we expect to have an alternative road which would make access to St. George's much easier, or access from St. George's to the western side much easier than it is at this particular time.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Protect yourself and our community from COVID-19. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. If soap and water are not available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 70% alcohol. Use a tissue when blowing your nose, sneezing, or coughing. Immediately discard the tissue properly and wash or sanitize your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Let's do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. To stay up to date, visit the Government of Grenada's webpage or the Ministry of Health's Facebook page. For more information, contact the Ministry of Health's hotline by calling 53-VIRUS. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Health's vaccination team will be at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville from Tuesday, March 2nd to Friday, March 5th for all frontline and essential service providers who are not yet vaccinated. They include healthcare providers, law enforcement officers inclusive of police, customs and immigration, health wardens and contact tracers, port and dock workers, airport workers, hotel and guest house employees, and certified taxi operators. The vaccination program runs from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily. The Ministry of Health says interested persons must present a valid company photo ID or an official ID inclusive of NIS driver's license or passport. Provisions have also been made for seafarers, people aged 65 and over, as well as those 18 years and over with an underlying medical condition to be vaccinated once they are interested. Meanwhile, the ministry has extended the COVID-19 vaccination program for 2 days. The first, which is today, ended at 2 p.m. The process will continue on Tuesday, March 2nd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Finally, in the news, an agricultural plot, a site for teaching and learning agricultural techniques that have the potential to also tap into the ecotourism industry, are possibilities being examined by owners of the Samaritan estate. The 22-acre property in St. Mark consists of over 16 acres of cocoa and nutmeg, along with other traditional crops. Having inherited the estate, the children of Neville Rennie, the former owner, aspire to continue the work undertaken by their dad, but also have their own ideas.
We are hoping to do ecotourism. Because again, we would like to offer our farm as a place of teaching and learning for foreigners coming in and people in the diaspora to come in and to understand how farming is done here in Grenada. And so this is one of the ways we are right now. We have about 16 acres of cocoa and nutmeg on the property. And we have some banana and just, mangoes and all of that. We're planning to do short crops. So we're planning to get into like tomatoes and lettuce and all of that other short crops. My siblings, my sister Wendy Ann, Hanky, and my brother Curlin Forrester, we are partners in this and we are working closely together, all passionate about agriculture.
That's Alana Hanky Thomas, one of the owners of the property. With their new thrust, the owners reached out to the Ministry of Agriculture for support.
So we're really excited that the ministry is here so much. I have to say that all of my learning came from, doing my research online and reading. But there is nothing like getting on the land. Nothing like getting on the land and feeling the soil. We need a lot of help. We are looking forward to having the road, done because it's a real challenge. When we think about our biggest challenge, the road is our biggest challenge because getting in produce, equipment, taking produce out of the property is a big challenge because the road stops at one point. So that we are hoping that we can get some help. We got a lot of technical advice today on how we should do cleaning and pruning for the cocoa and stuff, and we're really looking forward to getting that done.
Hanky Thomas was speaking during a visit to her farm on Thursday, February 25th by a team from the Ministry of Agriculture. The team, which comprises officers from Extension, Agronomy, Planning and Land Use Divisions, offered technical advice and recommendations based on observations.
What we're doing here is looking at what the present conditions are at the farm and seeing how we can assist the farmer in realizing their goals for what they want to do here. So we've been walking through the farm, looking at potential areas of where the ministry can assist, and we're going to eventually come up with a plan how we can help the farmer, some recommendations on moving forward, what next to do, and to try to come up with a long-term plan as to how they can be successful in this venture.
That was Senior Agricultural Officer Lauren St. Louis. That story just ended the national report for today, Monday, March 1st, 2021. Let's recap the top story. $1 million Fisheries Resilience Project on the way for Sobeys. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, Rikisha, and the rest of the GIS team. Here's your weather. Generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief trade wind showers possible. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds are northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. And that's all weather report. And we'd also like to say hello to a few people who are currently viewing our program online and in the chat. And we say hello to Adonna, Brenda. Facebook didn't do it. The administration that gave you 5 stars. All right, so we don't do stars on the program if that's what you're talking about, right? Facebook is the one who issues stars and top fans badge, if that's what you're talking about badges and so on. All right. Facebook monitors activities by visitors to a page and by people who comment and who are engaging on that particular page, and they rank these viewers or visitors to the page, and that is how they issue the badges. All right, so we don't touch that. You know, when I look at my page, I'm a sharer on my page. I'm not even a top fan on my own page. Anyway, Brenda, Angel, Germain, Michelle, Noreen, Adonna, Cassie, Kirin, Shirin, Osric, Sharon, Kathy, Ezran, Spice Girl, Jackie, Lisa, Hazel, Vicky, Javar, April, Noreen, Joyous, and Ventress. Also with us tonight is Eunice and Yvonne. Kimo is always there. Hi, Kimo. And Ansha is with us as well. Glenda is with us as well. And Soraya is with us as well. Everyone, Shum, Charmaine, and Pearl, thank you for watching. And Dolores, we see that you're there as well. So Sherry is with us as well, and Lisa, and Lorraine is with us as well. So everyone, take care of yourself. If I try that again, I don't know who I'll make it tonight. John is with us as well. I'm burnt. I've been going for the past, 4 days now? Like going. And I think I'll get some rest finally tomorrow, God's willing, and I'm really looking forward to that. But it's been a really tough 4 days. Anyway, take care of yourselves and your family. May God bless you. Know that I respect and appreciate every one of you. I love you. If I die today or tomorrow, just know that I lived my best life, and just also know that you, every one of you, helped to bring my dreams into reality, and for that I respect and honor you. God bless you and your family. Until we meet again, if it's God's will, tomorrow, God's willing. Take care.